In 2010, LEGO, on the topic of their code of ethics when designing LEGO sets, stated, "The basic aim is to avoid realistic weapons and military equipment that children may recognize from hotspots around the world, and to refrain from showing violent or frightening situations when communicating about LEGO products." So, keeping in that moral stance and tradition, LEGO released Set 77012, the fighter plane chase, from the newly revived Indiana Jones theme, which includes a recognizable military equipment and hysterically famous Messerschmitt Bf-109, straight from the German Luftwaffe. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Scott. These are the bricks, and here is the review. Alright, to set the record straight, I am not mad at the inclusion of this notable warbird. I'm just pointing out the contradiction made here, which you could argue isn't really a contradiction since this is a 109 from the work of fiction that was based on an actual factual time period. So it's a pass for LEGO here. Plus, it's not highly realistic and it's not highly, detailed to the point where you can be like, oh, that's a BF-109, but we all know it is. We all have seen the movies. We know what this is. And, well, politics all aside, we have here a pretty solid set. Straight from The Last Crusade, which replicates the famous chase scene between the Joneses and the Germans from the Zeppelin when they were running away after the Zeppelin was trying to go back and go back to Berlin with them on it. And to replicate it in this movie moment, LEGO uses 387 pieces at a price of about $35. I got this for $35. I saw it at $40 at Target because it was out of stock online, so I thought I'd buy it at Target, but I'm not going to do that because I don't really like their VIP program. It's a $1 is 1 point, where this I think was like 270 points. If I bought it from, Target, it was going to be about only 40 points, so it didn't buy it there. It's still currently out of stock, but I found this, actually my wife found this for me at the LEGO store with 4 on the shelves. Pretty awesome. It reminds me of a Speed Champion double pack as it includes 2 vehicles for the same price. So you can usually buy a double pack for Speed Champions for the same price. And alright, let's dig into the set. Minifigures first. Alright, starting with minifigures. Oh shit, my bad. Let me switch out. Alright, cool, we got that figured out and we're back now. Alright, the minifigures included with this set are Henry Indiana Jones, who is sporting a new toupee in his return, Henry Jones Sr., Professor Henry Jones Sr., and unnamed fighter pilot, but we all really know who he's fighting for. Starting with Indy, we have a new Indy hat with a wonderful hairpiece, which I'm really not a big fan of, let's be honest with you. It's connected into each other, so it's right here. It's one piece, and when you take it off, he's bald. So I'm not really a fan of that, to be honest with you. Probably the least favorite part of the actual new Indiana Jones figure. And here we have a UCS-worthy torso and leg prints, which is fantastic. It is the Last Crusade as well with his wonderful tie. We have the printing on the legs with his holster. And then on the back here, nothing else. But you do have the back torso with the bomber jacket, which is awesome as always. Really enjoy that. He does have two items here. He has his whip, which is wonderful, and a pistol, which is nice to have one of those old style revolvers back again. He does have dual printing on the face, which is wonderful. He has that face, and he has the other face in the back, which the toupee does a wonderful job of hiding that as always. And a nice little 5 o'clock shadow. Let's get that toupee back on him. All right, for Henry here, we have a not so special figure this time. It's just a normal Sean Connery figure, and his hat's gone. Alright, now we got his hat back. So we do have this very basic, wonderful Professor Jones here. He has a wonderful newly printed body with his wonderful 3-piece suit. I really enjoy that. No printing on the legs. He has for nice, and he has here some wonderful attachments, some nice accessories. I can't get this fucking hat on. Anyway, so is his hat. No printing on the back of the head, by the way. He's just pretty nice and nougaty. But he does have these 2 accessories. He has a printed Grail piece, which is the actually Grail diary that he has throughout the film, which is awesome to have that. And he has an umbrella, which is used to combat the Luftwaffe, which is wonderful. Going to put him right here. And then over here we have finally the fighter pilot, which is actually pretty decent. He's nothing really special. Has the brown hands for his gloves. He has his little jumper, which is where his flight suit is. And he comes with no other printed face. Only Indiana gets that this time. And he gets that nice normal stern. You can say it's almost a clone look, but not really. Probably generic head you can find probably in other Stormtroopers. And he comes with his little flight helmet and his goggles, which is pretty nice, pretty decent. But yes, no, the standalone here, the best part is Indiana Jones. He does have a wonderful UCS style type of, you know, printing. If I think the only difference is they probably should have put some patches on his elbows or something like that to give more detail. But that's it. He looks wonderful. They all look wonderful except for that damn toupee. The hairpiece really bothers me. Okay, on to the set. All right, first up is the car, the Jeep. I'm assuming it's a Mercedes because of the time period and it's German, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what it was in the film. But overall impressions is that it's good. Not as detailed or well designed as some of the Speed Champion sets, but it gets the job done. It's nothing to really complain about. It fits the time period, it fits the movie. I like the details they added for it, and yeah, it's a pretty decent job. It does have some stickers. It has some stickers on the side for the door panels, and the window has no windshield, which does not shield wind, so that's kind of weird, which is fine too. I guess they really didn't have the piece for that, but it gets the job done, like I said. And it fits two figures perfectly. Fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgot Jones's fucking hat. God damn it. I really don't like that. It's kind of annoying. And also, I want to also like to cream over the luggage over here. Look how snugly that fits in there. So the luggage, you can open up and store some of their accessories in here. This opens up as well. You get an extra gun, you get an extra Grail diary, and you get this suitcase, which you can also put other items in as well. And it comes out. If I can just get it out, but I can't because these two are in there. But it does slide out, and it just fits very well. I really like that luggage area for the car. I like the spare kit on the back, and that's kind of about it. I will have to complain about the wheels, though. The wheels are very, 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 very tough to get on. Not the wheels, sorry. The tires on the wheels are very tough to get on. I did have to use the old teeth, which I'm not proud of that, and you might find teeth marks on that one. But could have been adult. You also have these wonderful headlights, which can do this and this. So I like that. Wish they were a little bit tighter in there, but it's cool to have a little adjustability to it. Fenders look nice. The front bumper looks nice. The side skirts look nice. It's just a pretty decently detailed Mercedes from the 40s, yes, it was in the 40s. I'll put the correct time in there. From the Last Crusade, which is very fantastic, and I do enjoy this. And for playability, it rolls. So yeah, it's a pretty solid set, pretty solid, decent looking car. You know, not as cool as Speed Champions, but it gets the job done, and it's nice little playability to the set. All right, let's go to the next part. Next up here, we have the Holy Grail, let's see what I did there, of the set itself, the 109, which for military Lego builders is a win, because you can actually buy these sets, piece out the car, and build your own Air Force, or at least take the design that Lego made and make it yourself. But you're not going to find those prints anywhere else unless you make them yourself. You know what I mean? But which is also a nice little detail. Overall, the set was an easy build. Kind of reminds me of just a build you would find in Speed Champions. Pretty basic. Nothing really exciting going on there, which produces an almost okay-ishly looking 109. Not totally realistic. Not totally blows you out of the water. It's just a pretty basic looking 109. It actually looks more like a Focke-Wulf, if you ask me. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Included in the set is a lot of moving pieces, actually, which is pretty interesting and is probably the highlight of this whole set because it's way more interesting than the actual car. Two wings, which are fully detachable. And all you have to do is this, pop it off. Nice little ball hinge joints they have going on there. That's awesome. So they do have some movability, and you can just pop those back on and on, which I really enjoy the ease of that. Right there, cool. And you want to prop them back up so it looks like it's actually in flight mode. Don't want to put them down because it looks kind of depressed. And when you do so, it kind of recreates the actual scene from when they're going in the tunnel, and then it scrapes off the wings, and he's going by them, and it's actually kind of cool. You also have two stud shooters here, which do work. Not really my favorite, kind of grossy, but they do work, so that's awesome. But like I said, I hate stud shooters, so they're just there, and they're really kind of bulky. They really take away the look of it. And I wish they kind of put them on the bottom, not on top of the wings, to be honest with you. And you also have a propeller, which is made out of little paddles, and it's nice, and it works, and it's kind of cool. It fits with it. Kind of looks bulky as well, but I enjoy it. And you have an opening cockpit, which does open up, and it has a sticker on this one, which is, in my opinion, gross, because you got to put it on correctly or it's not going to fit there on there entirely. It kind of goes right in the middle, so it's kind of crooked, and once you put it on, it's really smudgy and gross, and it kind of takes away the look of that very clean windshield piece. But I do like it is two pieces, not one, but it's a decent cockpit. And right here you do have the cockpit itself, which that flight stick does move, and it does get in the way when you put in the actual pilot. And there you have 2 little dials on there and printed pieces to give you extra one of those. And he does fit in there pretty. His glasses just fucking came off. That's wonderful. Pretty there snugly as well. And then you have your pilot, and you just put your canopy on, and there he goes. Zoom. Playboy, you got it. And he goes. Playability wise, it can move. It can zoom by, which is very wonderful. You have some squish abilities, and like I said, you have the stud shooters, which are cool, and you can take off the wings. The only things I have to complain is I do not like the wing of the tail fin, because it's not really that detailed. It's kind of stuff. It's not much there. You only have that one sticker for the camo, which, by the way, the camos are all stickers, and they're very wonderful. Really does add extra panache to the set itself, and I really think that's probably the best part of it. And you do have these wonderful exhausts for the engines on the side here, which is always cool, and it adds more detail. And like I said, that those pedal pieces look really cool, but this whole front end tail, this front end piece is really awesome. The whole tail end piece, not so awesome. And you have some translucent flames on the side, so when you take these wings off, you have the actual scraping of the fighter plane through the tunnel, which is awesome. And you can leave those on there. You can take them off if you want to, but that's really it. And you also have these 2 non-moving wheels for the landing gears, and then a nice little landing gear right here in the back, so you can have it in a landing position, or you can fly it. But I think if it looks, put that back. If you put this on there and you put the wings up, and actually if I think you might add an extra piece to the wings, this, my friends, would actually look more like a Stuka. If I'm saying that correctly, if I remember correctly, it looks more like a Stuka dive bombers instead, which slight modification, you probably could make one out of this, and I think that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the fighter plane. It's actually pretty dope. Like I said, you can piece out the rest of the set, and you can just keep this yourself, because this is the highlight of the set itself, and I'm really happy to have it, and probably the only reason why I really wanted it. I just think the size of it's kind of disproportionate, especially right here in the tail fin, and it's a lack of details. Build's fun, it's a pretty solid thing, and the stud shooters are kind of gross, but you know, that's it. And that's pretty much it for the fighter plane. Let's go to the last part of the set. Last here is the crowning achievement of the set. It is the Berlin road sign. It's wonderfully crafted and has the best play feature, giving directions. This right here is all stickers, by the way. No printed pieces, which I wish they did. But yes, this is the best part of the whole set, in my opinion. Alright, so let's wrap this up. For Lego set 77012, the fighter plane chase, it's alright. Pretty decent, actually. It's an affordable return for indie, because it's like $35, 387 pieces. That's not bad. It's a nice little double set here. And yeah, it's a little fun scene from Last Crusade. I really enjoy this part of the movie, and I enjoy having it now as a Lego set. And I just think that it has a kind of a bland selection of figures, nothing really special here. They just have new outfits on, that's pretty much it. And you have 2 fun play sets, plus a car. So, you know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I moderately recommend this set for Lego collectors and for Indiana Jones collectors. So if you're a fan of either or, yeah, pick it up. It's a nice little easy build. Probably took me about an hour. And it doesn't break the bank. And you're getting an Indiana Jones set, which actually I'm not actually really crazy about the box art either. I don't know if that's new box art. I haven't seen an Indiana Jones set in a while. Actually, fun fact, the last time I bought an Indiana Jones set was Truck Chase, I believe it was called. I remember the actual name, set or the set piece, and it was $30. I only had $20, so I put it in the grocery cart for my dad. Told him it was $20. He paid for it, and then I slid him the $20, and he looked at me and he was like, "Shit, son, that was $30. You just lied to me." And I felt the guilt as I was building the Lego set at home. But yeah, that was the last time I actually built an Indiana Jones set, and that's been a fucking minute. Well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you can. And if you want to, that's always awesome. I very appreciate all the support. This has been Scott. Those were the bricks, and that was the review. Thank you as always. Thanks.